Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So I wore a ton from the 2 Smelly Mail packages that I got last week, and I said in those Smelly Mail videos that I was gonna have those up before I started wearing fragrances from them and talking about them in a what I wore last week video. But I'm gonna have to do it in 2 parts. I actually have 3 Smelly Mail videos to upload, or 2, I think I already uploaded 1. 2 more, and then I got another Smelly Mail package, and I think I have another one coming. So we're gonna have lots of Smelly Mail videos coming up. But part 2 is like an hour and 15-minute video that I have to edit, so it's gonna take a long time to get that one edited and up. So I don't know when I'll get it up, but I do want to talk about some of the fragrances that I wore. I've got a ton. I'm gonna jump right in. Okay, so one of the first fragrances I wore last week was this one here. This is Pure Vanilla from LaVanila. I talked about this in if I had to like rebuild my collection all over again, what the first 10 perfumes that I would buy would be realistically, you know, not counting anything discontinued, rare, super expensive, things that I could realistically replace within a week or 2 or something. This is one of those fragrances. This is only, I think it's a $48 perfume, even if you buy it on their website, or yeah, if you buy it like directly from their website, I think it's about $48. Super affordable, really beautiful, perfumey, really grown-up smelling vanilla. I don't think that this would be for everybody. I think that some people may perceive this as smelling too mature for them. I don't perceive it in that way at all though. It smells beautiful on me, and I just absolutely adore this perfume. It's a beautiful vanilla. So it's an absolute beast too. It's a little heavy for the hot weather that we're having. We had a few days when that hurricane was coming through. We were getting like the runoffs from the hurricane. So we had some rainy, cooler days. And I wore it on one of those days. So it was perfect. It was still a little warm for this because this is definitely kind of a heavy vanilla. It's definitely meant more for cooler weather, but I adore it. This was like an old signature of mine back in the kind of mid 2000s. I used to wear it every day. I didn't even care. So, but yeah, that was the first one. We also have a special guest today. We've got Miss Lola back there. She's just chilling. I wish you could see her leg that's like hanging off the side of the cushion. She's like the Queen of Sheba. She's such a all my cats are spoiled. All my animals are spoiled, period. They're just spoiled. They definitely live the life. Okay, next I did a combination. So I did a layering combination. I had been wanting to pull out my Armaf Enchanted Katarina Light Blue. This is a dupe or a clone of YSL Manifesto L'Elixir. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This is one that it definitely took this one a good year or 2 to really like deepen up, but now that it is fantastic. It is so good. It's such a cheapy gem that is just not talked about very often. I've been really wanting to see what these 2 layered would smell like. This is Victoria's Secret Pink Gold. This is Amber Crystals and Vanilla. Oh, I love this perfume. I love it. I love it so much. So this is a beast of a fragrance. So the Armaf Katarina Light Blue, I can get about 6 hours out of this, so it's not horrible, but it's not a beast. It's not going to hang around forever. This is a beast though. So the combination was beautiful, just like I knew it would be. This wore off after about 6 hours or so, and this held strong until I took a shower the next day. This thing is such an absolute monster of a fragrance on me, and I love it. There's nothing special about this. It's just one of those like sexy, cozy, like sweet amber. It's not a musty or dusty amber at all. It's like a sweet amber and vanilla fragrance. I love it. It's really beautiful. It's one of those fragrances that you would want to put on and like hang around and Netflix and chill with your partner all day. It's that kind of a fragrance. It's a bedtime fragrance for me usually. I will wear it though. I'll wear it as my like scent of the day, mostly in the cooler weather though. But in hot weather like this is a bedtime fragrance. This was a gorgeous combination, like really, really beautiful. I will definitely be doing that again. So yeah, I did that combo. And then speaking of Manifesto, I wore my Women's Secret, Oh My Secret. This is, it's not an exact dupe of Manifesto, but it's good. It's a really decent dupe of Manifesto. I love it. It smells really, really good on my skin. This is another one that was in that like 10 perfumes that I would buy immediately if I had to replace my entire collection. This would definitely be one of them because it's so affordable. It's like $12. It's such an easy to reach for perfume for me because it's my type of a fragrance. I can wear this day or night, summer, winter, fall, spring. It doesn't even matter. Like I just love this fragrance. I reach for it a lot, and again, because it's only $12, it would be really easy for me to replace this. And I love it. It's not as good as Manifesto by any means, but if you're somebody who loves Manifesto, but it's gotten too expensive or it's gotten too hard to find, this is like a $12, you know, replacement that will do the trick. I love it. Mine has, I've had this for a few, probably 2.5 years or so now, 2.5, 3 years now. Mine, you can see the liquid has deepened up a lot. The scent has deepened up a lot. I just love it. It's just gotten really good. It's gotten way better the older it's gotten, and it doesn't perform the best. I can get maybe, now when I first got this, I feel like it performed better, but now it's probably because my skin chemistry has changed. So I'm just grateful that it still smells good on me, but I don't get as good a performance out of it as I used to. I can get maybe like 3-ish hours or so, which for a $12 perfume is completely fine. So anyways, I wore that one. Okay, next I wore a couple from my third Smelly Mail, or my part 3 Smelly Mail package that I got. Yeah, which that one, it'll be a while before it goes up. But I got packages from Claire, who is Smurfy Girly here on YouTube. Beautiful Claire, I love her. And also another beautiful subscriber named Melissa sent me another gorgeous Smelly Mail package. I will get them posted, I promise. It's just gonna take me a little bit because they're really, really long videos, because there was just so much in both packages. But anyways, Melissa sent this to me. This is a Dua fragrance, and this is called Carnival De Dua. This one, you know what? No, I don't have my phone on me. I don't have my phone on me, so I can't tell you what is in this, but this is a Dua, like, original fragrance. Sometimes Dua fragrances are so incredible, and then sometimes they just completely miss the mark. And I've found that their dupes are so good. Like, their clone fragrances are a lot of the time really, really good. Now, there are some misses with the clones as well, but I find that anytime I have a real miss with Dua, it's with one of their original fragrances. And I hate to say that. I hate to sound, you know, like a Debbie Downer when it comes to a clone house making their own or developing their own fragrances, but this was a huge miss for me. I am so grateful to Melissa for sending this to me because this one really could have gone either way. I kind of like how it smells out of the bottle, but I find with Dua, with a lot of their original fragrances, that they just go too hard. I have found with perfume development, the tiny bit that I have been dabbling in it, the simpler, the better. Start with a few things that you want to smell, and then add things that kind of, that accentuate those base things that you, like the idea that you have in your head. And I'm sure that's what they do. I am nobody to tell anybody how to develop perfume. However, I feel like with a lot of these fragrances, they just throw the kitchen sink at it. And that's what has happened with this one. There's too much going on in here. It doesn't smell like a carnival at all. It smells like a weird plasticky bread fragrance, like bready, like yeasty, a weird sweet plasticky yeast kind of fragrance. It's weird. It's not good at all. At first I thought, well, maybe, well, not at first. I thought maybe it just was smelling like that out of the bottle and it would be better on skin. No, it was just as horrible on skin as in the bottle. So I think there are people out there that would like this, that it works on them. I am not one of them. Melissa was not one of them. So yeah, this is a huge miss from Dua. And I find that that happens a lot with their original creations. I hate to say that. Some of them have been really good. Now I have an original creation. I think her Shyness is an original creation from Dua. It's immaculate. It's beautiful. Some of them are really good. Some of them are just complete misses, and this is a miss. So I'm gonna stop talking about it, but yeah. So thank you to Melissa for sending this. It's beautiful, but I have to be honest, and I see why it didn't work for you either. So anyways, that is Carnival De Dua from Dua. And then on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, she sent this beauty. She said this is from a house called Maison Mateen, which I'd never even heard of, and this is called Avant l'Orage, and this is gorgeous, and it's gorgeous on. Oh my gosh, it's got such a beautiful sprayer. This is light and delicate and really creamy and a little bit sweet. It's a very delicate scent. It's not like a powerhouse fragrance, and sometimes that's all I want. Sometimes I just want to be in this cloud of a really beautiful, delicate perfume. And I think that this was beautiful in the heat, but I think this is gonna really shine in cooler weather. It's gorgeous. I haven't really, it's not like a, I don't know, it's not groundbreaking or anything, but I haven't really ever smelled anything else like it either. It's just a really easy fragrance, and it's gorgeous. I love this one. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. It's such a unique little gem, and it's such a gorgeous bottle. I just love everything about it. My cheeks are extra shiny today, and it's because I always get asked about what is on my cheeks. Sorry for this little break in talking about perfume, but I'm always asked about what is on my cheeks or what highlighter I'm wearing, and usually I'm not wearing a highlighter. Usually it's this, it's the Champagne Pop Blush Lighter palette. I think it's called Champagne Pop Blush Lighter palette from Beauty Bakery, and usually I don't wear the darkest shade in it because it's like too intense on me, and for whatever reason I was like, I want to try the darker shade, and it's too intense on me, but it works. It's okay. It'll be fine. But anyways, yeah, that's that beauty. Maison Matine Avant l'Orage. It's gorgeous. Okay, then I got in a vanilla mood. I've kind of been in a vanilla mood all week because you guys are gonna see, I'm gonna be doing a video about fragrances that I'm like hardcore craving, but I can't wear yet because it's just too hot. So these are the fragrances that I've been wearing instead because they kind of, I don't know, they kind of feed that need, but they're not quite, you know, they're just not quite cutting it. But I wore this one. This is Comptoire Sud Pacifique Vanille Extreme. I really love this fragrance. And it's so funny because my husband hated this. Right after I sprayed it on, he was like, that perfume stinks. I was like, what? It's just a vanilla. It's like a custardy vanilla though. It's a creamy vanilla, but it's like a creamy custardy, like pudding smelling vanilla. So it's like a very, very milky vanilla. So I can see where he didn't like it. But I went out and I was doing my Walmart delivery, and the kid that was loading my car was like loading an order into my car was like, this car smells so good. And I don't currently have any air fresheners in there, so I knew he was just smelling me because I wore this over. Oh, I should have pulled the lotion. Sorry, the lotion I layered it over is this beauty. My beautiful friend Jacqueline sent me a Smelly Meal package, which I have not filmed that one yet, but she sent this lotion. This is the Love Beauty and Planet Tukuma Butter and Vanilla Body Lotion. This is gorgeous. I love this. It's just like a very run-of-the-mill kind of, not even super fragrant vanilla, but there's something about it that just smelled really, really good on my skin. And then with this perfume layered over it, it was a gorgeous combination that lasted, I got a good 8 hours out of this combination, because this is one of the longer lasting, better performing Comptoire Sud Pacifique fragrances. So yeah, gorgeous combination. But yeah, the kid was like, it smells so good in your car. And I was like, oh, thank you. And like I said, I knew I didn't have any air fresheners in there right now, so I knew he was just smelling me, and which was like a huge compliment. So anyways, there's that. I wore that one. Okay, I wore another vanilla. This is gonna be a long one, you guys. I wore so many fragrances this week, I can't even. Lush Vanillary. This is another one that came from my 10 perfumes I would have to replace immediately. Lush Vanillary is one of them. I've had this fragrance in my collection since 2010. I absolutely adore it. It's another like perfumey vanilla. It's not a gourmand vanilla. It's not edible. It doesn't smell, you're not gonna smell like a cupcake. This is jasmine, vanilla, and tonka bean. It's a very heavy, it's pretty heavy. It's a pretty heavy, cozy, perfumey vanilla, floral vanilla. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. It's an absolute monster on me. I usually wear this to bed in the hot months. In the cold months, I'll wear it as my scent of the day. But in the hot months, I wear it to bed, which is what I did. And I smell like this until I took a shower the next day, because it's an absolute beast. But it's one of my cozy, like comforting, feel-good fragrances. So anyways, that is Lush Vanillary. And then I wore a ton of stuff that Claire sent. The first thing that I wore that I knew immediately I wanted to wear was the fragrance that she developed with 4,160 Tuesdays, and this fragrance is called Hush Hush. So this is like a little 15 ml bottle, and this is in the EDT formulation. So they did 3 formulations. They did an EDT, an EDP, and then a Parfum. She said that this was her favorite one, the EDT. This is gorgeous. This is like a light, delicate, very slightly sweet, like a papery violet fragrance with just a slight hint of like woodiness. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I'm such a fan of 4160 Tuesdays. They're just, in fact, the first niche perfume that I ever bought a full bottle of was a 4160 Tuesdays bottle. So I love this house. I just think she makes incredible fragrances. And yeah, so Claire made this with the owner of this house, and it's gorgeous. I wore this one. I think I got maybe 3-ish or so hours out of it. This one is pretty delicate, pretty light, but it's gorgeous. And yeah, I will cherish this little bottle because I absolutely adore it. And this was her favorite. Now, she sent the EDP as well as the Parfum, and I tested both of these as well. My favorite is the EDP. I love this one. This one is very much like the EDT, but it's got a little bit more body. It's a little bit heavier. It's a little bit sweeter. And I don't even want to waste one spray of this because I've only got a little bit left and I want to savor it. So I don't even want to spray it. But this one lasted the longest on my skin. I got the best performance out of this one. I could smell this for hours, probably 5 hours or so. It lasted a long, long time on my skin. I just loved how this one smelled on my skin. It was like, again, a beautiful kind of papery violet scent, but this one was just a touch sweeter than the EDT and maybe even a little bit creamy. Just stunning. I love, love the EDP formulation of this. And then she also sent the Parfum, and the Parfum is also gorgeous. This one, again, is like a papery kind of violet scent, but this one is even more syrupy, or it has like a syrupy quality to it. I also detect a little bit of like a pepperiness in this one, which could just be my nose, or it could have just been my skin, but there's like a little bit of a pepperiness to this one. A little bit more of a woodiness in the dry down of this one on my skin too. This one was really, really gorgeous, but my my favorite by far was just the Eau de Parfum. It was gorgeous. It's a gorgeous scent though, and they all smell very similar. Like you can tell it's the same scent, just in different formulation or just in different concentrations, but there's like a common thread running through all of them. They do smell like the same fragrance, just actually different concentrations, rather than sometimes an EDP and an EDT can smell like two completely different fragrances. That's not the case with here. It really does smell like a delicate, a mid, and then a rich version of the same fragrance. Really gorgeous. Love it. So well done and just so beautiful. Let me talk about the other one that Melissa sent to me that I am obsessed with. This is a fragrance from Hexennacht. This is another indie house that I've been meaning to get on the website and purchase some things, but I've just got such a backlog of things that I need to test, or houses that I'm discovering, Alchemia being the latest. But anyways, this is from Hexennacht and this is called Dollhead. I can't tell you. I haven't even looked up what is in this, and I couldn't tell you what's in it because I really have no idea. And that happens a lot with these indie houses because the fragrance oils that they're using are a little bit different than like what you would find in traditional perfumery. So I have a very hard time like detecting what exactly it is that I'm smelling. But I love this. This is like a sweet gourmand to me. With the name Dollhead, I thought for sure it was going to be like a plasticky, like iris or violet scent, like something powdery. And it might have some of those things in it, but this has got something really yummy and gourmand smelling about it. I get some kind of spices or like some kind of a spice. There's got to be vanilla in this. It's yummy. It smells incredible on my skin, and it is an absolute beast on me. It lasted forever. I did reapply it once because I did wear this as my scent of the day, and I did reapply it once like in the evening to kind of refresh it. But after that, I smelled like this until I woke up and took a shower the next day. It is such a good one, and I will definitely have the notes on the screen for you. Such a good one. I'm in love with this. So that is Hexennacht Dollhead. Okay, let me talk before I get to the other decants and samples that Claire sent me. I did try this. This is the new genre Minnie More perfume. So it's the clone of Minnie Mouse from House of Siage. It's so yummy. Oh my gosh, it's so yummy. It's like raspberry and whipped cream, and it's delicious. I love it. My daughter has worn this twice. I've given it a good full wear test once, and it is an absolute monster of a fragrance. You're gonna smell like this until you wash it off. Like, it lasted forever on me, which I was not expecting. It was such a nice surprise. So one of these days I will get my hands on a full bottle of this. I just don't know when that will be. In the meantime, I'm gonna try the Dapper version. Dapper has come out with clones of Minnie Mouse and Hufflepuff as well, and I want to try the Dapper clones, though I'm quite sure they're using the same fragrance oils, but we'll see. So anyways, that is Minnie More from Genre. And then also, so the rest of these are either from Claire or this one was inspired by Claire. So Claire she just ordered from Dreamhouse Ikiryo during the buy one get one sale. She picked up, I believe, White Rabbit, and I think Onwin was like a complete blind buy. I think she got White Rabbit and then Onwin. And when I heard her talking about Onwin, because this is the bottle that I'm gonna buy in the next buy one get one sale, I will definitely be picking up Onwin because I am obsessed with this fragrance. I love it, and I need a full bottle of it. I watched her video of her talking about the fragrances that she picked up, and she was talking about Onwin. And it just made me, I hadn't put any perfume on that day yet, and it just made me want to wear this. So I went and dug out my Onwin sample, and I love this. This fragrance is hard to explain, and I'm smelling other things because I've got really strong samples in my hand. But this has got passion fruit and passion flower in it, I believe. And passion flower, if you've ever smelled an actual passion flower, they smell absolutely incredible. when I lived in California, I would see passion flower all over, and I would always smell them because not only are they one of the most beautiful, intricate looking flowers I've ever seen in my life. I'll see if I can pop up a picture here for you. But they smell just amazing. But anyways, it's passion fruit and passion flower. I can't remember what else is in it, but it is a gorgeous scent. Absolute beast, lasts forever. It's typical Dreamhouse Ikiryo. Amazing, I love it. So that is Dreamhouse Ikiryo Onwin. Okay, and then on to the decants and samples that Claire sent. So she sent over some fragrances from Andy Tower, and one of the first ones she sent is Sundowner. Somebody else sent me a sample of Sundowner as well, and I never got around to testing it. So when I saw that she sent it, I was like, this is a sign I need to go ahead and test it. It's gorgeous. This is such a stunning tobacco fragrance. I love this until it gets to the deep dry down. If this were a linear fragrance and it stayed smelling like it does when you first spray it on, I would absolutely adore this. It would probably be my most favorite tobacco scent I've ever smelled. It's so incredible when you first spray it on. It's like a sweet honeyed tobacco scent, but it goes very masculine and very woody on me. So in the deep dry down. So by the time it gets to the deep dry down, it's just a straight up like wood perfume on me, which is not my favorite. I don't love woods on me. So yeah, but I do adore this. I'm gonna try to get my husband to wear this to test it. He's not gonna like the opening because the opening is gonna be too sweet and feminine smelling for him, but I think he'll really like the deep dry down of this one. So anyways, that is Tower Sundowner. It's gorgeous. She sent so many Andy Tower samples and I'm so excited to test every single one of them. Okay, and then we've got 4 of the decants that she sent. She sent so many decants. It's gonna take me ages to get through them all. The first one that she sent, this is a fragrance from, I believe this is from Papillion, and this is called Hera. This is fantastic. She put in the note that she included that she suspected I was gonna fall in love with this one, and she apologizes because it's pricey. And I'm in love with this one. This is gorgeous. This is definitely not gonna be for everybody, and definitely not a safe fragrance. In fact, I don't think many from Papillion are safe. I've smelled, I think 3 now, and no, I would not say that any of them are safe, but I have loved every single one that I've smelled. And this one is just no different. This one is like sweet, it's a little bit woody. It's maybe just the slightest hint vintagey. It's got some gorgeous, kind of slightly heavy florals in it. It's beautiful. It's maybe the slightest touch resinous smelling. I really love it, and it's okay that it's pricey. It'll go on my wish list, and I will search for a bottle and see if maybe I can find one used or secondhand. I do love this though, it's stunning. Every Papillion fragrance that I've smelled so far, and I've only smelled 3, but every one that I've smelled so far is gorgeous. So that is Papillion Hera. Next I wore this one. I'm not sure who makes this. I'll have it on the screen for you, but this is a fragrance called I think it's called Bellamy, and this is beautiful. I'm gonna have to spray this to remember because I tested so many fragrances last week. I barely remember. Yeah, this one is beautiful. This is another, it's a little bit sweet. It's almost like another kind of papery floral, like a papery violet or a papery iris. It's gorgeous. This one has a lot more body to it than like Hush Hush, but it's that type of a fragrance, kind of like the 4160 Tuesdays Hush Hush. It's gorgeous. It's hard to explain this one, but it's really, really beautiful. It's another kind of like slightly sweet, papery floral, but this one's got just like a little bit more body to it. It's beautiful. I would love a bottle of this. I'll have to look them up. I'm not sure how like readily available some of these are here in the States. I know the other one, the Francesca Bianchi's that she sent, I know I can find those. definitely on the Canadian websites, and the Canadian websites have them for really good prices. This one, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look up, but I loved this one. This was one of my favorite ones that she sent. I just think it is stunning. So yeah, I'm into this a lot. This one is called Belle Ame, and I'll tell you who the house is. I'll have the house on the screen. Okay, and then next I had to try this one. This is another one. She sent me a bunch of Francesca Bianchi fragrances, and this is the first one that I was super intrigued by because she said, this one is called The Lover's Tale, and she said, go easy with this one, which of course made me super, like, I was really curious about it. And this is definitely not going to be for everybody. In fact, I don't think many people would enjoy this fragrance. I absolutely adore it. I would not want a full bottle of this because this is not something that I would wear often. It's something that I would probably end up wearing like once a year. So my little decant will probably last me a few years because you only need like one spray of this. You don't need much. So even with my little decant, I'll have this for a while. There's something so gorgeous about this though that makes me want to keep smelling it. Like I just have to keep coming back and smelling it. It's so good. It's a little bit animalic though, and I think that is going to be a huge turnoff for a lot of people. But there's also something really, really like almost primal and cozy smelling about it. Like you're laying on a bearskin rug, like a real bearskin rug, like in front of a fire or something. It's that kind of a fragrance. That's just the kind of feelings it gives me. I don't know. I loved it. Again, I only put one spray on, and it's a monster of a fragrance. You're gonna smell like this. Like this is a commitment. In fact, the two Francesca Bianchi fragrances that I tested, as well as the one that I used to have Angel's Dust, and the only reason I decluttered that one was because it reminded me of a Lush perfume, and I was like, this is too expensive of a fragrance to remind me of Lush. So I ended up decluttering it. I thought it was a beautiful fragrance though, but it just, I don't know. But every Francesca Bianchi fragrance that I've tried so far has been a monster. It's a commitment. You're gonna smell like that. But yeah, I love this. And the dry down of this one is really, really gorgeous. Yeah, there's just something so comforting about this fragrance for me. I love it. I will savor my little decant, which will, like I said, this will seriously probably last me like 3 years because you only need one spray of it. It's so good. So that is Francesca Bianchi, The Lover's Tale. And then I saved my love for last. This is another Francesca Bianchi fragrance, and this is called Tyger. And I am in love with this perfume. Oh my gosh, it's so good, and it smelled so good on me. This is another one. I have no idea what is in this. It's sweet and floral. It's definitely got some florals in it. It's a little bit vintagey smelling. It's kind of musky, but like in a skin musk kind of way, but not like a white, not like a clean skin musk kind of way, like a, I don't know, like a true kind of skin musk kind of way. I love this. It smells like it could have iris and some kind of like a natural musk in it, but it's got this really beautiful kind of syrupy sweetness to it. I love it. I love it. I immediately looked up to see if I could find a bottle of this, and thankfully I did. I found it on fragrancebuy.ca. They have a ton of Francesca Bianchi fragrances for a really good price. So this one is definitely going onto my wish list. I loved it. It smelled so good on me. And yeah, this was a definite winner for me. So that is Francesca Bianchi Tyger. And holy cow, I knew this one was gonna be long because I wore so many fragrances last week, and that's how they'll be. These videos are probably gonna be for the foreseeable future because I have so many perfumes to test. But anyways, I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.